EA Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. A contest in the West will for the goods here at home.
All right, ready to go? Ready to go?
So the Lakers win the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So for the Lakers right now, they've got Kobe. LeBron James is out there with O'Neal. Then there's Worthy. And it's Johnson in at the point.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Paul against Johnson. Paul kicks to George. Lets it go from 14. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his teams to successful seasons. A former coach of the year rarely has a season where his team doesn't meet expectations.
Los Angeles on D. Griffin a screen on Johnson. Pass to Griffin. LeBron with the block. And he's able to get it back. Griffin's shot is good. And the Lakers with possession here. LeBron sets the screen for Johnson. The feed now to Worthy. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Forget about finesse and agility. This big fella is all about power and force.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And George kicks to Paul. 9 feet out. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Shaq dishing to Worthy. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor. And guys, the Lakers last season were just a completely different team after Kobe's injury. Not so much in results, but just in how they played on the floor. They actually fared better without Kobe than most thought they would. Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Shaq is screen on Paul. And a wide open look for James. That's in coming off an assist from Johnson. LeBron's got his first points of the game. And for the Lakers without Kobe last season, it was really a stark difference in styles of play and quality. No single person, Clark, stepped in to carry their offense. It took a group effort.
Well, you know, it was almost April, Kevin, before somebody surpassed Kobe in field goal attempts on the team. It'll be interesting to see how they build the offense this year. There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Johnson against Paul. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. There's the dish to Griffin. Feeds to George. Back. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
72% at the line this season. He has yet to set himself apart in that department.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And you see the way Blake Griffin plays. He is a force. Very hard to contain him when he gets in close just due to his strength and activity.
For Griffin and his ability to create contact close, he's been called a bull in a china shop, something that I think Clarkie embraces.
Yeah, I think he'd rather be the bull than the china in that situation because of his strength and physicality. And I think that's the right mentality to have as a power forward.
And the Lakers making a change here. Chamberlain's checked in. And Bryant wide open. He shoots. No good on the 3. Clippers trail by 3. Paul with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. Now the pass to Leonard. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. From 10 feet out, Griffin's shot is off.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
LeBron drives in. Here's Chamberlain. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it,
Oh,
too.
they do, yes, sir.
And for the Clippers, and part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
Now, here's George. Following the miss by Kobe Bryant. George will not go. This is off the front iron. Kobe, the pass to Johnson. They set the screen. The kick out to Worthy. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Leonard.
You know, the Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now. That love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity.
Now here's Johnson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And Chamberlain gets it to go on the assist by James.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Ball kicks to Griffin. He feeds it to Jordan. Leonard attacking. Here's Griffin, and there's the call on James. Davis is checked in for Johnson. Leonard against Worthy. And Leonard gets it to go.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Now here's LeBron. 5 points in the game. Davis dishes to Bryant. He kicks to Worthy. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. Worthy's got 8 points.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
On the wing, George. Guarded by Kobe. George, no good.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Now here's Bryant. Tries again. And Davis can't get it to go.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
George double teamed. Ball with the three. James Worthy.
It's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's Bryant. Poked away. Now Paul. He dishes it to Leonard. Plenty of space. And it's LeBron James with the rebound.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
And the foul called on Blake Griffin. Timeout called the Lakers.
Well, clearly the Lakers were not a great team. I mean, they did have one of their better bench units last season. They led the league in points off the bench, but that was more an indictment of the quality of the starters than the firepower of the bench.
Last year, the Lakers did have some firepower off the bench. A lot of players would see their roles shift during the year, as you might expect for a team trying to find the right combination.
Yeah, they were also near the top in the league in bench minutes played. So whether you start or come off the bench last year in L.A., you'll see plenty of action.
Clippers making a change here. Harrell's checked in. And then for the Lakers, Abdul-Jabbar comes in for Chamberlain. And it's Scott in for Worthy. LeBron passes to Bryant. He is hauled in by Los Angeles.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Now the Lakers on the break. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And for Kobe Bryant, how difficult was last season? Starting out strong, even though the team, Greg, around him wasn't very good. But then everything, including Bryant, fell to pieces.
And when you're a competitor, the way this guy is a competitor, you can't stand to lose. So you push your body to the limit to avoid that. But what happens at age 36 when you got the kind of miles that Kobe Bryant has, you know, you just can't go it alone. That's why Kobe lasted only 35 games.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
You know, you go back to Kobe Bryant. He pushed himself so hard last season, though his points per game average was up. Field goal percentage was the worst of his career. Just felt he had a better chance to score than anyone else on the team. And it's real hard to argue that he was wrong about that.
The Lakers making a switch here. West is checked in. Clippers trail by 5.
And guys, you know Kobe Bryant, words can't describe what he's meant to his team, really to the league and the game of basketball. You just wonder when he's finally going to say, you know what? I've done all I can do. That's enough. Retirement's been hinted at, but until I see it, knowing how competitive Kobe is, I just won't believe it.
Here's West. After the basket by Los Angeles. On the wing, Davis. LeBron outside. Passes to Abdul-Jabbar. It's tipped and stolen by Harrell. And here is Williams. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Beverly with the ball. Screen by Brand. Williams. There's Harrell. And Davis sends it back. They get it back. Odom's shot. Good. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
Not to the surprise of anyone, really, but the Clippers last year were strong at home once again. They managed to go 30-11 at Staples Center.
Yeah, and Kevin, that makes 3 straight seasons for the Clippers of 30 or more wins at home.
Now, here's Beverly. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Beverly's got his first bucket in this one.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim. You know, the big thing for the Clippers is that they won some big games in Staples over tough opponents. I mean, also won 6 of their last 7 to secure the 3 seed in the West.
And one issue with the Clippers at home is that it didn't feel like they were at home. Blake Griffin said home court advantage. And this is on the heels of a loss where the crowd was cheering for the other team louder than the Clippers at times. Even though there's a height disadvantage, he's still able to go up and over his man.
Well, he's fearless. I mean, there's nothing that concerns him. No matter what the matchup is, he's a guy that doesn't back down. He's beyond being intimidated.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. The Clippers trail. Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers.
Of course, the conversation position Beard to the challenge of defending LeBron James, and he said there's not a lot of good options with him. He can really do it all. I think you just have to try and stay in front of him, and if he gets in close, you have to bring help. And guys, we've seen LeBron really force the issue as far as getting into the lane. We'll see how they do.
Thanks, Doris. And the Clippers call time here. You know, you work hard all season, Greg, to try and get into the playoffs, then get a favorable first-round matchup. How about the Clippers last year? Followed those steps. They're rewarded with the first-round matchup against the defending champions of the league, the San Antonio Spurs.
And not only were the Spurs the defending champions, but they came in playing terrific basketball down the stretch, which is kind of what they are noted for. And the Clippers, though, did well, even though that was the case.
And the Clippers call time here.
Boy, I tell you, it was a tough road for the Clippers in the playoffs. They get by the Spurs in round one in a 7-game emotional series, then immediately have to go up against the Rockets in round two.
Baylor, he's checked in for the Lakers. Baylor against Beverly. Williams attacking. Here's Brand, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Los Angeles shooting their second and third free throws tonight. At the line for 2. And he knocks down the first one.
And we all remember the Clippers would go up 3-1 against the Rockets. They had that 19-point lead in the fourth quarter of Game 6, but couldn't hold on to it and lose Game 7. And it was one of the biggest series collapses, really, in postseason history.
O'Neal's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Stolen by Brand. Odom against Baylor. Odom kicks to Beverly. Dishes it to Harrell. Pulls up. High post. And too long on the shot.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation. A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Kicks it to Odom. Wide open. And he gets it to go. Odom's got it all tied up now for the Clippers. Lakers shooting has been tremendous early. Their offense looking primed and ready for this match. Baylor dishes to James. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Scott against Beverly. 1:04 left to play in the first quarter. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. 2 straight seasons of no playoffs for the Lakers after last year's miss. Not what they were hoping for.
It's going to be a growing process, Kevin. I mean, they had a young team and an injured superstar in Kobe both years. Hard to make the playoffs in that situation.
And guys, for the Lakers, you'd have to go back almost 40 years to find the time when the Lakers missed the postseason in back-to-back years. Fortunately for them, they won 2 titles in the next 6 years after that.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Baylor passes to O'Neal. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, no team able to build a big lead early on. I mean, it's tight.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Williams attacking. Got a piece of it. Stolen by O'Neal. One-on-one fast break. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. James outside. Pass to Davis. The Clippers grab the miss. And Shaq with the slam.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
What a great nose for the basketball he has, and such a strong finisher as well.
I'm putting you in. Let's go. On a good. And Clippers head coach Doc Rivers told us earlier he wants to.
Expectations are good.
Doc Rivers is really a master motivator, isn't he? I mean, it's almost jiu-jitsu, the way he takes something like criticism and Clark turns it into a compliment.
How could you not want to play for Doc? I mean, he's the ultimate players coach and the kind of guy his players would do anything for. He's played the game, and he's a tremendous communicator.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Well, what happens is shooters begin to start looking for the shot blocker. It does intimidate them.
Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Paul out there with prime time, and it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Chamberlain's checked in for the Lakers.
You know, a career high for DeAndre Jordan in free throw attempts a game, almost 6 a game. And a lot of those actually came from the hack of Jordan tactic.
Shots good by Kobe. Clippers trail by 6. Leonard kicks to Paul. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. On occasions last year, the Lakers were all right on offense. Other times, they were just stagnant. There was just no motion, nothing going on.
That's a great point. And their ball movement could use some work. A lot of ISOs last season, and it killed a lot of the flow the team had in the half court.
And the Lakers making a change here. Davis is checked in. The shot's good from Bryant.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Here's Leonard following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Leonard attacking up and in.
You know, for the Lakers, they were okay in the assist department, guys, but they were dead last in the league in secondary assists. That, to me, is indicative of an inefficient offense and also a new stat category.
And here is Los Angeles now after the Clippers pick up 2. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Kobe. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
And for the Lakers and that secondary assist stat, that just means they aren't making the extra pass, or it means they are holding on to the ball too long. Either way, it hurts the offense. And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Jordan kicks to Paul. Picked by Griffin. And it's Paul penetrating. A second chance effort, and it's sent back by Kobe. And for the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it last. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to George, to the middle. Here's Griffin.
Been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Again, Griffin missing. Ryan against George. Ryan in the post. Johnson dishes to Kobe. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. And now it's an 8-point Los Angeles lead.
Well, he doesn't waste too many of those chances close to the basket.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far. What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Latrey, the shot will not go. George with the defensive effort. The Clippers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Latrey, a rebound by the Lakers.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Kobe can't hit.
This shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Griffin down low, guarded by Chamberlain. Griffin's shot is off. Kobe passes to Chamberlain. James Worthy on the wing. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. From deep. That doesn't go in either for Kobe.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has. Nothing new to see Griffin knock down one of those shots. That's his bread and butter.
Yes,
they can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
To do that, Greg. I mean, you might as well make those adjustments right away.
And the Lakers call time here. And guys, Blake Griffin has got to be one of the more humble stars in the league. You rarely hear about off-court issues and interviews. He's engaging and comes off kind of as a regular guy.
That's the way it appears to me, Kevin. The young man has his head screwed on pretty tight and both feet on the ground. He started out as a class act, and he stayed one.
Los Angeles leading by 3.
And talking about Blake Griffin, one of the more well-liked players in our league, but also one of the most teed-up players, top 5 in the league for the past 4 seasons. He's been ejected from several games as well.
Right side Davis. Griffin with the steal. Ball goes in. Goes up to the stripe. Leonard against Worthy from the low block. Can't hit. So the Lakers will take it the other way.
And, you know, getting back to Griffin, it's hard to stay grounded in this league. All the money, endorsements, ad campaigns, commercials, and so forth, that stuff can take you off track. But I think he's going to be grounded and maintain his focus going forward.
Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
You know what? Can you believe there have been 7 lead changes already?
Wow.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Johnson kicks to Davis. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. 6 on the shot clock. Bryant drives in, and he gets it to go. Kobe's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
The feed now to George. And Davis sends it back. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Kobe's got the ball.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution. He's been aggressive looking for a shot, but without much success. It might be time for him to take a step back and look to help the team in other ways.
Los Angeles calls timeout. So for the Clippers, Elton Brand's checked in for Jordan. Shake and Bake comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Williams in for George. James checked in for the Lakers. Clippers trail by 3. Paul dishes to Bryant. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists in the game. The Lakers have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Davis sets a screen. James the pass to Bryant. Up top, Chamberlain. Back to Bryant from the stripe. That one wide left. The Clippers shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Odom kicks to Leonard to the inside and stolen by James. James Worthy on the way. Puts up a 3. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass it.
Paul outside from 12 feet out. Shot misses. Good D by LeBron. Lakers leading by 4. Kobe attacking. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul called on Los Angeles.
Kobe Bryant is such a great all-around player. I mean, if there's one thing people don't talk about, it's his passing. He's 4th overall in assists amongst active players.
And going back to Kobe Bryant, guys, he had to learn the same thing that Michael Jordan had to learn on his own. To win championships, you have to trust your teammates and not take everything upon yourself.
Yeah, Kobe learned from the best and played with some of the best. So you can't ask for a better way to spend a career.
Now here's Kobe following the miss by Elton Brand. Abdul-Jabbar, a screen on Odom. Shot off the pick. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Abdul-Jabbar's got the lead up to 8 now for the Lakers. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And Williams, here we go. No good.
And trying to come up with a highlight reel finish. Somebody forgot to finish it. The dish to Brand. And the Clippers miss again. And here's Los Angeles stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Scott can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 8. And Beverly kicks to Williams. And there's Elton Brand, and an assist by Williams. 3 assists in the game. Outside, Kobe. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Harrell. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Beverly dishes to Odom. Rebounded by Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar's got his 3rd rebound tonight. 3 on 3. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now here's West. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. West against Beverly. Odom, the pass to Williams.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good. And Los Angeles with some changes. LeBron, he's checked in for Gasol. Baylor comes in for Bryant. And it's Johnson in for West.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
LeBron kicks to Abdul-Jabbar. And he slams it one-handed.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, Jay. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Here's Odom following the bucket by the Lakers. 4 on the clock. Here's Brand. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to go on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Brand has been putting up some big numbers. He has 8 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
The Lakers in the lead. Johnson kicks to Abdul-Jabbar. And the foul on Elton Brand. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
At the elbow, it's James. Here's Scott. They get it again.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier. They've taken advantage of some bad blockouts or no blockout, and then the long offensive rebounds. Those have been converted into second chances here in the second quarter.
It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. Johnson outside, and here's James outside. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 6 assists in the game.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Feeds it to Odom. Banked in off the glass. Odom's got 8.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Now Williams, after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go, wasted no time on that one. Now it's just a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm. He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Williams with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up. Williams against Johnson. There's Odom again, Los Angeles.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
It's a neck-and-neck game here in Los Angeles. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Abdul-Jabbar the screen. Here's Scott. Sinks the triple. Scott's got 6.
The D was very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleed.
Williams up on top, defended by Scott. Williams' shot is off.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
And that does it for the first half of play. Lakers ahead. They lead by 6. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Coach, with the foul trouble right now, do you plan on resting your starters and relying on your bench?
Well, we're going to have to, so whether I have trust or not, and I do, they're going to play regardless.
Coach, thank you for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, the three-point shooting was the key thus far. When you're knocking down those shots from the perimeter, it really spreads the floor. You demand respect from the defense. We'll see if they can keep it flowing in the second half.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
I really like how they limited turnovers. They didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice passes. When you can play like this and cut back turnovers, it can add up to over 10, 8, 12, 15, 16 easy points, Ernie. I don't know how many points. A lot of easy points. They'll be in good shape if they can keep making the same smart plays.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
Close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Kobe Bryant really making a difference here.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
And on the floor for Byron Scott as we get into the second half. LeBron James is out there with Worthy. Then it's O'Neal. Then there's Kobe. And it's Johnson in at the point guard position. The Clippers have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. Chamberlain's checked in for Shaq. Lakers leading by 4. Here's Johnson. Outside Worthy. On the wing, Kobe. From 15 feet away, misses off the right angle.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down and try to get some easy ones. Well, LeBron James long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now, though. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden, all playing well last year. But for my money, there's no better player in the league than King James. Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that dish.
Johnson dishes to James. There's the pass to Chamberlain. Griffin with the steal. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. And stolen by Chamberlain. Now here's Johnson. Six on the shot clock. LeBron with a screen on Jordan. And the foul called on Mr. Moves. That's his first foul. Nice teamwork to set up the big play and make the space for the J. Well, Clark, you look at LeBron's career averages right now around 27, 7 and 7. Hard to argue at this time he's not the best player in the league.
Well, you know, he might not always win the MVP award, Kevin, but that doesn't really matter. I think he's the most feared player in the league, and he proved he can carry a team in last season's NBA Finals. Clearly one of the all-time greats.
And here is Los Angeles now after the basket by Los Angeles. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Paul with the ball. Picked up by Kobe. And the rejection by James. Worthy against Leonard. Hits the jumper in space. Leonard's got 6 points. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Johnson, the pass to James. He feeds it to Chamberlain.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here. That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Los Angeles calls timeout. Kobe Bryant really making a difference here.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Here's Jordan. He's off the pick and hammers it home.
And that's such solid fundamental basketball on the display right there.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up a dunk.
And guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to deal.
Ball against Johnson. Here's Griffin. Power down with both hands.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Here's James. And again, LeBron missing. Clippers have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. A nice shot by Griffin. Offense is what drives the Clippers, and they were fantastic at it last season. Easily one of the most exciting teams to watch with their high-flying and high-scoring act and number one in terms of efficiency.
Yeah, and it's not just a flash for the Clippers on offense. You talked about their efficiency on the offensive end. Led the league in points scored per 100 possessions at 109.8.
Guys, they've been getting it done.
They sure have been. I mean, really looking good and sharp offensively.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Kicks it out to Paul. Another shot, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. 15 points for Mr. Moves. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And how about the work they're doing also on the offensive glass? Creating those extra opportunities has been critical.
And, you know, the Clippers were near the top of the league in most other offensive efficiency categories as well. Second in the league in field goal percentage, second in points per game, at almost 107 per. That was a high-octane offensive group.
Now here's Paul, following the miss by James Worthy. Here's Leonard, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard. The sharp steal and then run out. It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Yeah, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And it's been well documented. The Clippers had problems with free throw shooting. I mean, mostly due to their bigs. They actually had 3 perimeter players who shot over 90% on the season. But you can forgive their free throw struggles as a team given how great they were everywhere else.
Blake Griffin really making a difference here.
He's getting to the rack all game. If they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for the Lakers. Davis comes in for Johnson. Now here's James. 12 points for him. Inside, Abdul-Jabbar kicks to Bryant. Hits the jumper in space. Kobe's got 18 points.
Well, I like the way he orchestrated in tight that time, fellas.
Ball against James. Paul kicks to Griffin. And the rejection by Abdul-Jabbar. Jordan sets the pick for George. He dishes it to Griffin. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Blake Griffin doing all sorts of things. He has 17 points. He's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Clark, just a very energetic brand of defense.
Blake Griffin hits them both.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this lead.
Now here's James. He kicks it to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Davis. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Just 5 on the clock. James. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The Lakers have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Odom's checked in. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
James outside. Davis sets a screen. Abdul-Jabbar dishes to Kobe. Shot is off. Nice D from Williams. And Davis can't get it to go.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Odom, the pass to Beverly. Leonard with no one around. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And it's a 7-point Clipper lead.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
James kicks to Davis. Nice D from Odom.
And although he doesn't quite get the block, he does get the missed field goal attempt because of his ability to alter the shot.
Well, almost as effective as a block. I mean, made him completely change his release point, and I think that caused the miss.
It's stolen by Odom. The Lakers with the rebound. Kobe's got his 4th rebound in this one. Abdul-Jabbar, a screen on Williams. It's stolen by Odom. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. 14 points for Shake and Bake.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Clippers leading by 6. Leonard kicks to Brand. An easy 2 points on the layup. Brand's got 12 points in the game.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
And all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks that Coach drills.
Davis gets a wide-open look. And another basket for the Lakers. And for LeBron James, a remarkable step. Greg, he had increased his field goal percentage for 7 consecutive seasons going into 2014.
Yeah, a steep decline last season, though, back below 50%. Was it just the challenge of new teammates and a new system, or the mileage he's accumulated? This season may start to answer that question.
Leonard, no luck. Lakers trail by 6. Now Bryant. He's got 18. Davis with a screen on Williams. And it's good. Through contact, it's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And you know, with LeBron, he's played over 40,000 career minutes. He played more than Larry Bird did his entire career. More than NBA Iron Man Andre Miller as well. And those miles take their toll.
Harrell, he's checked in for Leonard. The Lakers also making some changes. Shaq is checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Baylor comes in for Worthy. And it's Scott in for Kobe. The finish and the dunk by O'Neal.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
From outside the arc, that's good from Odom on the assist by Beverly. 17 points for Shake and Bake.
And for LeBron, last season, the longest injury absence of his career.
It's this simple, guys. No rebounds, no rings. We need to dominate the glass. Bigs, get the ball off the rim and get it out to our guards so we can get out in transition.
That's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Lakers making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Lakers trail by 4. Davis dishes to Johnson. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
.127 left to play in the third. Davis sets a screen. Dishes to Scott. Davis, the pass to O'Neal. No good. Nice D from Odom. Clippers leading by 4. Knocked away. It's stolen by Johnson. And here's the fast break. Scott leading the way. 59 seconds left in the third quarter. That drops. 14 points for Grant.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Johnson kicks to Davis. Davis sets a screen. Here's O'Neal. It's deflected. Harrell dishes to Williams. Odom a screen. Williams kicks to Harrell. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
And here is Johnson. Outside, Davis. Kicks to O'Neal. The jump hook rebounded by Brand. Brand's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the left side wing. Pass to Williams. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. Baylor misses. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Clippers lead by 6. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Lakers trail by 6. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Williams is out there with Paul, and it's George in at the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now here's Odom and Davis. Here we go. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And that one falls for Davis.
You really have to like the work they put in at the free throw line here in the half. I mean, they've been really aggressive in drawing foul, and then they've been able to knock down their free throw.
Leonard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Paul, left side. Lets it go. And Davis pulls it down. The Lakers shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And here are the Clippers now. Griffin a screen on Baylor. Paul kicks to Griffin. Pass to Jordan. And clears the dunk to finish it off.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throw now.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Davis, the pass to Scott. George with the defensive effort.
Oh, excellent interior D to four.
Is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Now here's Paul. Fires, high post. And the shot no good, a bit short. Baylor kicks to Davis. Here's Scott, and that one falls, coming off of Davis's speed.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
Outside, George. The feed to Jordan. Paul outside. Here's Leonard. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Outside, Davis. Here's the dish to O'Neal. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Lakers trail by 7. Baylor dishes to Davis. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
It's been a solid outing for Davis. He's got 8 points and 3 blocks. He's been an intimidator down low. Even if a shot gets over him, he's pulling down the ball.
And Clark, he's just in a total zone right now. We talk about zones for shooting. This guy is in a zone in terms of controlling the paint.
Now here's Paul, picked by Griffin. Paul passes to Griffin. Griffin a screen on Scott. And George, here we go. Nice job coming off that screen. And the Clippers lead by 7.
They're perfectly content to keep going to that mid-range jumper. If the defense is going to give it to them, they'll take it all day.
And it's about getting open looks, and they've used that shot with great effect here tonight.
And he gets it to go.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you could ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
Now here's Griffin. And Shaquille O'Neal pulls it down. O'Neal's got his 4th rebound in this one. Scott with the ball. He's picked up by Paul. Davis kicks to Scott. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Shaq. Can't hit. Great D that time from Jordan. He lobs it up, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
No, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
To the paint. That falls. Nice speed that time from Jordan. 25 points for Blake Griffin.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of the last 12 points that have come off assists.
Davis inside. Griffin's there. It's going to be 2 free throws. True contact on the shot.
Been a solid outing for Shaq. He's got 10 points and 2 steals.
Offensively, defensively, man, he has done it all.
All hustle, non-stop effort. He just doesn't quit. Great resilience and relentlessness in his play.
And the Lakers with some changes. Kobe's checked in for Scott. And it's Johnson in for Baylor. Can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. Clippers leading by 7. Leonard dishes to Paul. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Just too dangerous for a shooter to leave alone from beyond the arc.
Lakers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Ryan against George. Feeds to O'Neal. Down low. It's deflected. Ball outside. The 15-footer off the left rim and out. Lakers trail by 10. Bryant with it. He's picked up by Paul. And Davis, here we go. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Jordan's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Leonard the pass to Griffin. In the corner, George with it. Off target from outside. The Lakers shooting it well here in the 4th quarter. 50%. Kobe kicks to Davis from outside the arc. And Griffin sends it back. And Davis sends it back. Kobe goes in. That's good. Bryant's got 20.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Jordan can't get it to go.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Bryant dishes to Davis. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Now here's Bryant. Davis with a screen on George. Here's Odom. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. Bryant's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Clippers leading by 4. Ball kicks to Griffin. There's the killer two-handed slam.
He power surged that one down.
Good turn to you. One of the game's top bunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny. That's a facial.
And the call will be against D. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Lakers. Chamberlain's checked in for Shaq. James comes in for Davis. And James Worthy is subbed in for Gunn. George, no good.
And he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. He knows how to bother even the best shooters without being overly aggressive. Good game for Kobe. He has 20 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
No doubt about it. He's the conductor, the band leader, Clark. And this offense has really performed at a high level.
The shot by Paul. Nobody around. And again, no good by the Clippers. Lakers trail by 4. Kobe passes to LeBron. Johnson inside. Defended by Griffin. Can't get it to go. Empty that time from Leonard. George with the ball. He's picked up by James. Leonard, that's for 2. No luck. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Johnson outside. James a screen on George. Johnson dishes to James. Stolen by George. Drops in the breakaway layup.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And the Lakers call time here.
Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Byron Scott coaching his team during the break. He urged his players to keep fighting, saying, "We're right there, but the margin of error has shrunk. We've got to play aggressive and smart." Guys?
Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for Chamberlain.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight. Well, some really terrific numbers for Paul. 19 points and 8 dimes. Good contributions for him offensively with the assist and also making some nice steals.
You know what, Clark? You're right on the money with that. He's been just as creative as he has been disruptive.
Here's LeBron, and it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Leonard kicks to George, and that one is hammered home.
Boy, that was a violent throw down there.
You're telling me.
It's almost like he doesn't like the rim.
Abdul-Jabbar passes to Kobe. And it's out of bounds, and they say last touch by Bryant. Clippers leading by 8. Davis is checked in for the Lakers. Los Angeles calls timeout. And with a fourth quarter push coming up here.
It's this simple, guys. No rebounds. No rings. We need to dominate the glass. Biggs, get the ball off the rim and get it out to our guards so we can get out in transition.
Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
During that break, Coach Rivers had some words for his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Leonard. Their offense is most effective, Coach said, when he is most involved. And they're looking for total involvement from him for the rest of this game. It's pretty late in the game to be altering the game plan, but they're going to come out with a different look here, guys. Back to you.
And thank you for that, Doris. And the call will be against D. That's his third foul of the game. Pick by Griffin. Jordan sets the pick for George. George double team. Here's Griffin. And a pick comes off the rim, but it sinks right in. Griffin's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
Just a fantastic game for Leonard. He has 9 rebounds, and he has been the definition of a thief with all those steals.
And Clark, defensively, he has played this game just so intelligently. I mean, he hasn't let them get away with any loose passes or sloppy ball handling.
Now here's Bryant. Davis kicks to Kobe. Stolen by George. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. George with the ball. George against Bryant. Outside, Davis. The pass to LeBron. Oh! Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
You can clock his hang time with an hourglass.
Now here's Paul. Griffin dishes to Jordan. Outside for George. High post try. And then Griffin with the dunk. And the Clippers lead by 12.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
And he can't get the first one. That one misses. Los Angeles leading by 12. Ball outside. To the paint, looking for George. He gets it there. That's good. George has got 6 here in this quarter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on a 16-6 run.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Los Angeles.
On a given night, 1 or 2 guys might have the off night from the wine, but today the team did a much better job with their free throws.
They did not lose focus, and that made a huge difference in the result.
And we've come to expect nothing less from one of the league's elite players, but another tour de force for Griffin. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Now here's Harrell following the miss by Wilt Chamberlain. Here's Odom. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
And he gets it to go.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level. Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, you know, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas. I mean, they should be proud of their work tonight.
Johnson left side. Kicks it out to Baylor. And stolen by Harrell. So the Clippers winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And a chance now to send Joe to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, I'm here with Blake Griffin. And Blake, you guys were down at half, but you seemed to come out with more intensity in the second half. Was that the difference in this game?
Yeah, it definitely was. They were shooting unbelievably from the field in the first half. And, I thought we did a good job of locking down defensively in the second half, forcing some turnovers and getting easy buckets.
Blake, thank you. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game. Blake Griffin, who notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight.
Is there anyone in the...
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for...